Hi everybody and welcome back to one of these yoga sessions. So today I want to start introducing the idea of our inner magic. But before I do that, I want to bring us to a place where we can relax in our body and we can give it the kind care and the attention that it needs. And just releasing any of the tension, any of the worries, and just having a short retreat space. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's not going to be too strenuous, it's just going to be relaxing into our mind, relaxing into our body, and just being okay with how we are and treating ourselves with kindness. So, as always, come into your mat, the floor, wherever you are. Just going to ground yourself by placing your feet forward, closing the eyes, and gently allowing the head to move forward, chin tucking into the neck, and just relaxing wherever that is whilst the spine is staying straight. Noticing your breath and feeling the weighted feeling of the head. Noticing the length of the spine. Noticing that we're still in place and we're strong. But we're allowed a moment to bow our heads and to think. We're allowed a moment to not have to seem like we're okay all the time. With an exhale, what you're going to do is you're going to rotate your head so your left ear is above your left shoulder. Stop in there, and then exhaling, coming back to the front again, and bringing the right ear above the right shoulder. And just time this in your breath, moving as slow as you would like. If you feel like you get to a place and you want to extend the stretch or repeat it, then do. Giving ourselves the kindness that we need. And this movement may naturally move the shoulders or the chest. If it does, allow that as you're extending, feeling the motion moving through the upper body. Just doing what feels right for you right now. Opening up the space and just going with that nice slow movement. Till eventually maybe your hips or your torso come into the movement. Your knees or your legs just gently moving down the body. Right now I'm focusing on the torso. Moving and stretching out of the space however I feel I need. Until you're bringing the focus to the legs, the knees, even the ankles. When you feel you've stretched, just coming back, either keeping those eyes closed or opening them up. And I'm just rotating now around my ankles. So I'm keeping my toes in place and I'm moving my knees from the inside to the outside. And I'm doing this with a treading motion as I allow my body to shift direction. Feeling my heels move up and down from the ground. And then you may want to just focus on one ankle at a time. Just rolling over this time, now having the toes facing down. Opening those hips up as if we're doing tree. Feeling the knee coming out and back. Doing the same with the other leg. Allowing this to be as slow or as fast as you need. And we're just going to go back to treading. And you're going to feel the weight and the resistance against the floor. I always do this with my hands, just as I imagine I'm walking through thick mud. And you're going to notice the bounce as you come back up, but the control, I guess, as you're coming down. You may want to bend your knees when you place one heel on the floor. And as we're doing this, our arms are now moving, so our shoulders are rotating backwards. finding a rhythm for ourselves. And thinking if you have anything in your mind that you want to release, send this from your shoulders down as you feel your hands brush against your feet, moving through the legs, through the feet, into the ground where it will be held for you. Allowing any conscious stress, worry, or anything else to just move out of the space. And whenever you feel you've set that intention, you're just going to lift the arms up and back, up and back. If you need to make a variation, placing the hands on the shoulders and moving the elbows back. Just depending on the mobility of our shoulders this morning. I know I'm quite tight, so. And when we're doing this, we're feeling ourselves taking up the space. We're noticing our head being stacked up tall again. That we stretched out what we needed and now we're intentionally taking the space. Allow this to move your body ever so slightly, your torso, but keeping your legs planted where they are. This may bring a body ripple, if this is something that you can do. If not, stay with however your body is moving. And you're going to keep this motion in the body, either the ripple or the forward and back, whilst placing the arms straight now. Introduce a few circles, just into the spine, 2 more this way, and then the other way. And now this ripple motion of the upper body is going to allow us to place our hands on our hips, gently bend the knees, and bring our body forward, chest towards the legs, and then curling up to the bottom of the spine until the head lifts itself back up. Just go in with this flow in your own time and in your own breath, feeling the length of the spine as you come down, the openness and the space you're taking with your head strong, and then the self-protecting as you're rolling back up before the head is back up to neutral. We're just going to do these for 3 more nice natural breaths. Opening up the body and the spine. And at the end of the third, when you're fully rolled all the way up, you're going to place your left foot in front of your right. My feet are still facing forward in this train track, but I'm open, and I want it to be just past my hips. So I'm able to do a slight bend, but it's like a high lunge instead of a deep, intense stretch. I'm engaging my core by keeping it tucked into my stomach, and I'm exhaling, folding forward, inhaling, coming up. You may want to bend the knee just as we're getting used to this balance. Placing the hands on the thigh if you need any added support. Just letting this forward and back motion happen again in the body. Allowing your body to make any micro adjustments as it's balancing, knowing this is completely okay. I'll do 3 more of these. And on your third exhale, you're coming back up to an upright position, stomach engaged. My right foot is turning out to 3 o'clock, and I'm straightening that left leg. My hips are to 3. My arms are coming out as I'm stretching as if someone is gently pulling from my fingers. And just for a moment, notice that sensation of taking the space, opening up the back and the chest, the head being long and lifted. And with an exhale, I'm going to isolate my torso, I'm going to move it towards the left hand side, and then I'm gently going to tilt, bringing that left hand in front of the left leg. My right hand is directly above my right shoulder. I can hold my hand in my hip if I need any added support. Just noticing the sensation from up and down as I exhale and bend that front knee and rest my hand on my thigh. Feeling all edges of that right and left foot on the floor. I'm either looking up to my right hand or down to my left foot. And with an exhale, I'm going to circle that right hand up and behind my body, resting either on the back or trying to hold onto the inner thigh. Feeling the stretch now coming into the chest and into the neck area if you're looking down at your foot. With an exhale, trying to keep that hand there where you can, you're going to come forward again with the chest moving towards the body. Bringing that other hand either on the back or round towards the right hand side. You feel yourself hugging from behind. The head resting down between the legs. And with an exhale, you're going to gently roll up and slide that left leg back. So my right foot's in front, feet are in front. And again, folding forward and back, placing the hand on the thigh or in heart center. Feeling the journey and the connectedness of your breath when you're doing this. Gently bending the knee if you need. Feeling the contrast of the straightness of the back coming down and the curved sensation as you come up. We're going to do 2 more of these. Until we come back upright again. Bring that left foot out towards 9 o'clock. Straightening that right leg. Bringing the hands up. Palms facing 9 o'clock. And just feeling that gentle stretch. As you're taking the space, your head's strong. You're grounded where you are, feeling all edges of the feet. As you exhale, shift the torso towards the right. And then gently fold over with the right hand in front of the right leg. Your left hand is directly above the shoulder, shoulders pulling down, either looking up at the hand or down towards the right foot. Staying with your breath as you exhale, bend that right leg, resting the hand on the thigh, and you're turning that left hand round, either resting on the back or the inner of the right thigh. And if we're looking down, you're feeling the stretch along the neck and the chest. Next exhale, trying to keep the hand there as much as you can as you shift yourself back into a parallel position. Folding the chest towards the body and bringing that right hand round the back. Head resting in the middle. Just staying with your breath. So you now exhale, bringing the hands flat in front of us, allowing them to adjust to bring us towards the floor. And come into an upright seated position, my feet planted on the floor, knees in line, pointing up to the ceiling. And just take a few breaths here just to feel what it feels like to lengthen. Every time you inhale, your belly is moving towards the legs, and every time you exhale, it's moving towards yourself. And exhale, you're bringing the hands towards your hips. You're grounding your feet and your hands on the floor, and you're allowing yourself to lift up into a tabletop position, your head looking directly above you. Feeling the stretch and the strengthening of the arms, the engagement of the core as it's lifting up, squeezing those butt muscles. And you exhale, sliding down. Folding forward and hugging ourselves, head resting in between the legs. We're going to do another 2 of those. For the next exhale, we're rolling the spine back up, bringing the hands next to the hips. Exhaling, sending those hips up to the ceiling, head lifting back. Exhale, bringing those hips back down. Hugging our legs as we fold forward and rest our head in between our legs. We're going to do that one more time, rolling the spine up. Hands by the hips with an exhale. I'm lifting my hips up to the ceiling. Seeing how long I can stay here for. As I exhale, bringing the hips back down, lengthening that spine as I hug around and bring my head in between my legs. Exhale, roll our body back up, place the hands by our hips again as if we were going to go up to that tabletop position. But this time, just allowing the hips and the legs to fall towards the left hand side. Just being with the stretch, but feeling that groundedness and that strength in the arms that we experienced during that tabletop position. As I exhale, bring myself back up to neutral and allow my legs to fall towards the right hand side. Still feeling strong yet relaxed. As you exhale, come back up, and we're now going to time this with our breath. And exhale, folding down. Inhale, coming to the middle. Exhale, falling down. Do this in your own time, in your own breath, as you feel the stability of the upper body. And you allow the lower body to relax. Find that length in the neck and in the spine. You're opening up the sides of your body. I'm going to do 2 more on each side. Remembering again that our main focus is on the breath. As you exhale, you're allowing your spine to roll down towards the floor. Keeping those legs where they are, finding the length in the spine, and again allowing them to fall towards the left hand side. The hands can come out into an airplane arms, to a W shape, or just resting on your belly. You want to notice your breath. And you're going to stay here for 5 nice natural breaths before you move to the other side in your own time, in your own space. As you move, you're exhaling as you fall into the other side. So allowing the body to relax deeper and deeper. And as you get to the end of your 5th breath on both sides, bringing the knees back up to the ceiling and then hugging them into the chest. Interlocking your fingers together and just gently rocking side to side. Feeling the spine and the hips being massaged by the floor. And as you exhale, you're going to release that right leg down to the floor, either keeping the feet and the knees up to the ceiling or fully straightening it wherever you feel best. And just start gently rocking that left knee side to side as you think in your mind of a word or a phrase, a shape, a colour, something. As you bring the knee back to neutral and you draw this out with your left toe or your left foot, knowing that if nothing's coming to your mind, that's okay. You can either just circle the ankles, lift them up and down, or just allow them to play. Painting whatever you need. And and relaxing and keeping that movement in the body. And when you've done with that mini drawing, whenever that is, gently bring in the knee back to the chest as you exhale and swap round, and just gently rock that right knee. Doing this all in your own time and when it's best for you. And again, when you think of this image, shape, song, word, colour, it could be the same or it could be different. You're just gently going to draw this out with the right foot. However makes sense to you, and again, if nothing's coming to mind, that's okay. Just let the foot have a little dance. Just feel the movement of the leg with your hands in contact. Feel the movement as it moves up the body. So whenever you're done with that drawing, just bring both the knees back up for a final squeeze together. And bringing the feet solidly on the ground, knees pointed up, and hands, palms facing down in contact with the floor. Just take a few intentional deep breaths. Gently lift up the heels and place them back down again. Lift up the toes and place them back down again. Heels down, toes down. And sync this up with your natural breath. Allowing them to dance or make any variations that they want to do. As we exhale, grounding both the feet now on the floor, keeping the hands and the back engaged. You're going to exhale and lift those hips up to the ceiling again as we come into bridge. Feeling the length of the spine, keeping the feet where they are. And just finding the relaxing motion in here. That yes, we're working hard, but we're able to send that relaxating sensation to the body, remembering what it feels like to dance with our feet. As we exhale, bring the spine down from the upper body to the lower, as we let those legs slide out straight forward. So we're lying in Savasana, bringing those shoulders down and just gently tapping the feet, as if you're going onto your tiptoes and not, and allowing this to send vibrations up your body. Allowing this to relax anything where there may still be tension. Shaking it out and moving it around. So we exhale, coming back to a stillness. And just feeling the weight of the body on the floor. Noticing the contact our body has with the ground. Be it in the head, shoulders, the arms, the hands, the back, the hips, the legs, and the feet. And just feel the support that your body has and allow yourself to stay here for as long as you need. Deeply breathing and giving the body to the ground to allow it to relax and restore whatever you need. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths all together. And at the end of that 3rd breath, whenever that is, gently roll into your left hand side, keeping those eyes closed and finding a way up into sitting. We're moving the head around. You should imagine the space in front of you again. You should become aware of the space you're going to come into. So you open your eyes again. Just shake off, move whatever you need in that session. But hopefully you've enjoyed just this mini little relaxation giving and surrendering and being kind to yourself. And we're going to do a few of these in different ways, and then we're going to really focus on bringing that magic that's inside of us out. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed.